So it's rare I talk about good movies, as in good movies which are generally excellent and critically acclaimed and commercially do a reasonable amount. Not always the case. Some great movies don't do brilliantly at the box office. This seemed to have done okay, and it launched many careers. I am, of course, talking about Paul Thomas Anderson's. For my money, I like his latest stuff. I'm a huge Magnolia fan. I'm going to be covering Magnolia on this channel at some point, but I think his latest stuff, like Licorice Pizza, is great. There Will Be Blood, obviously. The Master, it's all great stuff. Even Phantom Thread's very, very good. But I love his early movies. I love this movie. This movie has life. This movie has a vibe to it. And yes, it's not entirely a happy-go-lucky movie, but the ending of this movie is incredible. It is a slice of life movie in terms of capturing a portion of a time frame, namely the porn industry in the late 70s and early 80s, and capturing it perfectly. It's, for lack of better phrasing, it's a perfect movie. It literally is. This is a perfect movie. Everything works. And it's just the most glorious showing off by Paul Thomas Anderson. He shows off so much in this movie. It's like a mission statement. It's like, this is what I can do as a young man. And I'm not even at the peak of my technical abilities yet. Because this is an incredibly well-directed movie. The one-take scenes, the actor writing, the direction, the characterization, it's just a victory lap of a movie. This and Magnolia, these are movies someone should be making 20 years into business. Like, when you think that Martin Scorsese, he made a load of classic movies, he really did, but then made Goodfellas, a movie which was so effortlessly, obviously it took effort, but it's so effortlessly cool. And yes, there was the undercurrent of it, the serious undercurrent, and that part is completely there. And it's not like you particularly like the characters, but it's similar to this, whereby Paul Thomas Anderson shows you the allure of the porn industry before destroying it. But he shows you the allure. That's the point. That's what you have to do with these movies. You can't sugarcoat it. And that's probably one of the reasons why Burt Reynolds was so unhappy with the movie, because he felt like, you're making me say all these things I don't want to say. But it's like, that's the point. The point is to make something excessive that points out what the time frame was like in a very real way. And I think Paul Thomas Anderson does that. And I want to give special props. F1's brilliant in this movie. But Mark Wahlberg, I'm not the biggest Mark Wahlberg fan as a singer or actor. I think he's terrible in The Happening. You can say he's miscast, but he's just bad in that movie, in a way that most actors aren't in M. Night Shyamalan movies. And don't get wrong, Zooey Deschanel isn't much better, but you can go with miscast for so long, but, yeah. But in this movie, my God, and Zooey Deschanel is insanely good in other stuff. Like, she's a very good actress, so but in this case, Mark Wahlberg, he just knocks out the park. This is his best performance. For my money, this is one of the best performances of all time, because he's not afraid to look pathetic on screen, and embarrassing, and act childish, and immature, and be the personification of a guy in his late teens who's pulled into the porn industry and becomes addicted to drugs. He nails it. This is an insanely good performance by Mark Wahlberg, and he's never replicated, and from interviews I don't think he wants to, because obviously he's at the action movie star stage of his career, and he has kids now and family, and he's probably proud, but doesn't necessarily want to make movies like this again. And maybe that's a good thing, because it's a bit like Malcolm McDowell in Clockwork Orange, where he's a bit disappointed he never worked with Stanley Kubrick again, but sort of like, you guys, like, you knocked out the park. You can't top this. And I don't think Mark Wahlberg has topped this. I don't think he really can top this. I think this is just an insane performance. They caught him at the right time in his career, where he's prepared to make a chance for this, and then he went off and made that bloody awful Planet of the Apes movie. So he's great. The acting's great in general. Shane Burt Reynolds never really reconciled with this movie, because he's really, really, really good in it. But everything, the structure of it, the wildness of it, the vibe, the humour, it's a perfect movie. I mean, that scene with William H. Macy, the one-take scene where he finds his wife, goes back outside to the car, comes back inside on New Year's Eve, it's just insane. It's just brilliant. 5 out of 5. You gotta watch. If you haven't seen it, go see it. I'd be honest, it's neck and neck between this and Magnolia, best movies of the 90s in my opinion.